we were doing on our break. You had a big trip to California.
I did. I flew the coop, went back to San Francisco, back to the Bay Area, and just had a wonderful time.
Little escape?
Yeah, and it wasn't snowing here because, you know, I kept kind of peeking back to make sure I could get back on time. But it was really wonderful. I didn't do a whole lot. Spent Christmas with my friend Janet and her cousin, and it was just really, it was good. It was good. I haven't been back to California since the show started.
Yeah, it's over a year since you've been back.
So it was awesome. It was awesome. Did
That's
a whole
good.
lot of nothing. But I was on the way back on the plane. I was very frustrated. Have you ever just wanted to sock somebody? Because this guy sat behind me and he coughed from San Francisco to Milwaukee, and by the time the plane landed, I was runny nose and watery eyes.
Oh, no.
And I caught whatever he was.
You think he just coughed it right over your head and right in
I
there?
think so.
Planes, yeah, it's pretty controlled air.
Gosh,
It's a good way to get sick.
Yeah. I'm back.
I was in a much more open space where the Haswells have developed a tradition of going to see the Harlem Globetrotters on New Year's Eve.
Cool.
And we were lucky enough to get tickets again this year, so we went down. They're always a blast. I think I took a little video on my phone here. You can tell it's me because it's just shaking around like a crazy person. But yeah, the kids love it. It's really one of the very few completely family events. You know, it's all clean humor.
House, too.
You know, oh yeah, it was packed in there. So it was a ton of fun. That was a lot of fun.
That's good. And Christmas was good? The kids had fun?
Yeah, it was a little, you know, too much like every year. Every year we do the same thing. We're like, well, this year we're going to play it low key, and then, you know, all of a sudden there's like a million presents under there. So
Yeah, and somehow it just gets to that
it's
point.
bigger and bigger, and grandparents just pile on more every year. So
I know. Nicole will be in that position next year.
Yeah.
Although, you know what, the first year of the baby, you can get away with no presents.
I'll tell you what, the baby did really well this year. It ain't even here yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
We had that
Every
too.
gift my husband like I went, oh, for baby. Oh,
Yeah.
where's ours?
Your husband bought
Oh, we got tons of stuff. Yeah, very nice. And of course, it's first grandparents all the way around, so everybody's pretty excited. But oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff with very nice things. But yeah.
Nothing for you?
No, we got stuff. I'm just teasing.
But the baby
did
went
well.
up.
The one thing I was gonna, of course, the wake up show went on last week, so we were here. We didn't have the whole break, but we did spend a long weekend out in Minnesota. Went to see my in-laws there, and I was worried because we've got a ton of Packer stuff for this kid. You know, a ton of stuff. Packers and Badgers. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot more over Christmas. So I was thinking somebody better not wrap up something purple in that Minnesota state. Not a thing.
Not a thing. Well,
Because you know,
Jason
it's
has said-
embarrassing right now to be a Vikings fan. I mean, really, I had the jokes all lined up, like where's the receipt, like wrong color, but nothing. They don't even bother because they know that crud won't go on a kid here.
But what happened? I mean, what if he? I mean, Daddy's a Viking fan.
No, but
What
Jason
happens?
has already said that the baby will be raised a Packer. It's like their religious choice.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want that kid going through what I've gone through.
That's
as a
true.
Vikings fan
That's
in this
tough.
state. So
Yeah.
anyway, but so I was glad we escaped Minnesota without any tiny purple gear.
Can I ask a question here?
Yeah.
So if you're like a Vikings fan or a Packers fan, are you that fan for life?
Are you that fan for life?
Many
Usually,
people
if you
are.
were
Can you
raised that
convert?
way.
I mean, is it?
Not if you have a soul.
Wait, don't make me laugh so hard.
Greatest things
More
about
things I don't know. I don't know this.
No,
Very
apparently,
loyal.
I remember vaguely, I read this article and like, you know, on the phone when I was driving in a bus or something. And I do remember something about the article saying that this generation, this like 20-somethings, are more apt to change which team they follow than the previous generations. You know, like the 30-plus
Maybe.
crowd, it's whatever you grew up watching with mom and dad. That's your
Yeah.
team. You're locked in. The 20-somethings are more apt to switch around, and the teens...
Maybe go with their friends from college and stuff. Who knows?
I kind of like the winning team.
Yeah, see, that's called the bandwagon.
Whoever that is. That person.
But when your team is winning, then that is
all
good.
good.
things.
No,
Yes,
exactly.
That's life is
It
good.
Life is good. The other thing I wanted to talk about, too, about this back injury is shaving.
Oh.
I have not been able to shave my legs.
No.
No. And, you know, would you actually help your spouse shave? Would you shave, Tanya?
Trying to think if I've ever done that. I don't think I have. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think I ever have.
Is Scott opposed to it?
Scott's opposed to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
So
like,
he'd
no. He's like,
rather-
let's just go.
So you're standing on hairy legs. I'm just asking. You brought it up.
I know. Well, no, I put this out on Facebook, and a lot of people said, especially women who are pregnant, that in
Yeah.
their last trimester, their husbands have had to do that. And I didn't know if Jason would do that for you, because Scott said absolutely not.
Yeah,
And I was like, really? You won't help me out? And he's like, can't you just wear pants? And then he's like, would you shave my back? And I'm like, yeah, I would shave your back. He's like, yeah, because you'd be grossed out by it. And I'm like,
Well, that's the thing. Alternative is hairy legs. So you pick your poison, boys.
right,
You know?
pick your poison.
I'm getting there too. It's kind of getting a little bit. I'll keep you posted.
We'll see.
Hard.
See how it goes.
Just braid it, put a bead on the end.
Sick and wrong. All right, this is what